Check if it works, faggot. Check if it works, faggot. Check if it works, faggot. Okay, so let me explain. So this is what you need. First of all, I think you know from the tutorial خاصك دير zones. So stockpile zones كديرهم like anywhere. Like you could do it inside the room and I can do it inside the room because some things اللي كتبغي تستوريهم خاصهم يبقاو like in under a roof. Otherwise كيبداو يخسروا الدورابيليتي بحال هاد جو جوس فور اكزامبل بقات 16 على 50. If it hits zero كيخسر كامل ما كيبقاش. So you need to put a roof for your storage room. There is zone of course. ملي كتكليك على الزون كيبان لك storage هنايا. Storage you can تخيهم كيما بغيتي. انا محيد الفودز هنايا. حيت الفود مخليه هنايا. So مخلي everything من غير corpses foods and that's it. Everything else gets stored هنايا. هنايا الفود is what you need ملي كتحط for example the food outside كيبان لك spoil after 3 days or 4 days. فهمتيني؟ But if you have this cooler and you set the temperature انا مديرها في ناقص 4 you can like set it to ناقص 5 كتبقى تزيد فيها هنايا. If you set it to anywhere minus 0 ملي كتكليك على food it says won't spoil تبقى ديما forever. And this is what you need. And in order to do this you need this cooler. Cooler it needs power. So I have this wood fire generator and this is like the basic one كتلقاه هنايا في power. What is it? Power. This one. ضروري تلقاه عندك في البداية. I don't think it doesn't need to be researched. Afterwards you can find other types of power that you can do. بس المهم بدا بهذا وخاصك قديمة تريفيلي بالوود. So this is how the cooler works. يبان لك كاز زرقاء هنا وكاز حمراء هنا. الكاز الزرقاء it means it cools this side وكاز حمراء it's هذيك الكولين اللي كديرو هنايا كتلوحو as heat from the other side. So هاد other side ديما خليه على برا because إلا سديتي for example if I were to close this غادي تطلع temperature here a lot and since I have a generator قد تطلع لي السخونية يقدر يتفرقع. So always keep that in mind. ديما خلي الكولين outside. If you struggle مثلا درتي الكوزينة ديالك البلاصة ديالك دير فيها الفود داخل you can use another trick and I'll do it because I'll put God mode on in the structures. تقدر دير هذه for example تبني الحيوطة and like تبني all the way to outside and wait let me just deconstruct some stuff all the way. This serves as a vent. في الأخر ديالها you're gonna do what is it? Yeah, this one. Temperature غدير vent. وغادي تروتيتها ب E and you put it here. That means that هنايا من هاد الحمورية غادي تمشي all the way وتخرج. So you can make your own venting system this way. هنايا مهم. I don't need it حتى هنايا باقا السبيس ديالي small ولكن sometimes some people prefer مثلا كيمشيو لشي جبل. هاد الماب مفيهاش جبال بزاف. But sometimes كيمشيو كيتخشوا في الجبال وكيديروا البيز مثلا الوسط ديالو. ملي كيكونوا الوسط they don't have ما عندوش كيديروا تيخرجوا all that heat. So they use this trick. كدير like a tunnel with a vent outside. This is crucial. You need to have cooler باش يكون الفود ديالك ما يتسبويلاش. Because afterwards you're gonna produce a lot. يعني still saying food for only 2 people. And of course in order to make food you need stoves and electric. You can use the chem fueled stove like it's very inefficient. And do another thing اللي خاصك is a butcher table. Butcher table if you don't have a butcher table and you hunt a creature you can butcher it here like what is it? What the fuck is that? Wait, what? Power should be here, right? Party caravan. confused. Production. Ah, yeah, production. So you can have a butcher spot plus the table, the mobility table. The table has the advantage that it's like more meat from the animal. This one gives only about 70%. And if you put it outdoor, it has a penalty, speed penalty. Anything that you put outdoor has a speed penalty. So you need to have it indoor. Another thing is that the butcher table ديما كترد the room very dirty. If you clean it, كتلقاها very dirty. ديما فرقها على your cleaning I mean your البلاصة اللي كطيب فيها. دير شي wall with a door. باش يجيبوا animal بوتشري هنا عادي يمشي يطيبوه عادي يحطوه هنا. أنا مديرها like all the way كيجيبوه هنا يبوتشري طيب كيدخل. So hold up. Because if you إلا خليتيهم in the same room كترد a whole room very dirty. And if you cook in a room that's very dirty كيقدر مني your pawns ياكلوا food, they get food poison. And you do not want food poisoning, especially in the early game. It's so fucking crippling. Like your character كيمشي ليه food, this one, food meter. And I have this as a mod. I don't think you're gonna have it as your main character. But your food كيبقى like always goes down because you keep vomiting. وكيبدا قصدك your work speed, your productivity كل شيء كيهبط. And it gives a mood debuff. هنا المود is very important. These are what هنا كيبين لك هذا السهم هو فين تقريبا your mood is gonna average around. All the green stuff كيزيدوا the mood or the red stuff كيهبطوا the mood. هنايا هاد اللعيبات الكحلين it means that إلا هبطت المود على هذا you have a minor break threshold. That means that you can هبط هنا. There is a small chance that your pawn will have a mental breakdown, for example. It can go in any direction. It could be mental breakdown. يقدر يكون sadistic rage. مثلا for example if you have prisoners يقدر يدخل عليهم يضرب فيهم. Just like that because he's broken down. His mood is so low. بعد المرات كيمشيو just on a days كيبقاو كيدوروا. Sometimes كيتخشى في شي his room وما يبقاش كيعاود يخرج for 2 days. So try your best باش تخليو هاد positives to a maximum. One of the negative things that you can do كيبغيو هما their own rooms. إلا درتي for example أنا باقي I can't afford to build too many rooms so I have them both on the same room. So if you click on the mood ديالهم كتلقى for example where is it, this one? Slightly impressive barracks. That means that yeah I got to sleep in a pretty barrack but I had to share it with others. هذيك كدير ناقص جوج. هذا مازال it's impressive barracks. إلا كانت not impressive ولا bad ولا like very bland ما فيش furniture and stuff. You get even a bigger mood debuff. هنا disturbed sleep شي واحد داز من حداه من اللي كان ناعس. So it also gives a mood debuff. H without table, that's why it's important to have tables. Soaking wet نخرج في سميتو. And there are other stuff اللي كيزيدوا سميتو like getting married. شو كتبتي؟ A guy was puking Andy for no reason. Yeah, he probably had food poison in fact. He ate something. Had like these you can harvest the berries. You can all click them all for example. You can zoom it out, دير لهم click all, دير لهم كلهم harvest. And your pawns ما يبقى يجمع فيهم كلهم. These من الأحسن ما تاكلهمش raw. أحسن طيبة. Because they can give some food poison. What are some other stuff to keep in mind? The raid difficulty depends on your wealth. في البداية غادي يجوك people with clubs and stuff. ولكن كما كتزيد في buildings ديالك and like technology, you will face like tougher enemies. من بعد كيوليو يجوك straight up cyborgs, like هذوك robot enemies كيجيو radio فيك. And they're very difficult to fence off. Another thing you need is a line of defense. This is very important. A line of defense كدير في security. This. At sandbags they are very important. من دير انت في الخرجة ديالك. For example عندك الباب. دير for example like this. This sandbags this way and roof it. غادي تمشي what is it? Zones وغادي دير roof. Build the roof وديرها فوق منها. So هنايا غادي build the roof over it and you can station them here. And أي واحد يكون مخبي ورا sandbags he has much lower chance to get hit by a gunshot. and you can hit while you can hit them. But this is very important. Afterwards, you can build other security stuff like miniatures or whatever. هادو spike traps, they are very important. Okay, spike traps امتى كينفعوا? For example, if you have a base انك كندير واحد type of line defense, كندير واحد an entrance like this way. And I go like this. I build this way. Oh shit. See? You need raw food to cook. Yeah, you can cook with raw food, you can cook with the berries, anything. هنايا ملي كتصاوب ستوف ديالك you can even you can cook with campfire by the way. كتحضر هاد حيت في الاول ما تكونش عندك ستوف. Probably you need to research it and you need power anyway. So you can go to temperature, put a campfire. ملي كتحط campfire you can click on it كدير builds. هاد builds كدير add build كدير simple cook meal ولا المهم anything burn something. كدير simple cook meal ودير do forever. درتي هادي the guy responsible for cooking ديما غادي يجيب as long as you have the work set on priority يكون عنده cooking شويه high like 2 or 1 any animal غيتبوتشرا غادي يبقى يكوكي فيه وغادي يحطو في in the storage ديال الفود. In order to hunt animals كتكليكي على animals no not animals wildlife كتلقى هاد animals for example the white boars if you want to hunt them هادي هي ديال الهانت هادي ديال taming if you want to tame them. Taming it depends on your character's animal's trait. The كانت animal's trait طالعة you have a higher chance to tame the animal. Also it also affects hunting. إذا كان عندك animal طالعة you can hunt better. So you go wildlife هادوك اللي بغيتي تهانتيهم you can click on them. Sometimes for example كتلقى هادي هاد الايكون هنايا بحال هاد panther is a predator. That means if you won't try to hunt it, there is a high chance that is gonna retaliate. Sometimes even like elephants and stuff, they can still retaliate. Your character. And if they do that, you have to micromanage it. It's not just micromanage. You can draft, and you can control them to go anywhere you want. اللي كدير درافت كيدير داكشي اللي بغيتي انت. إلا حيتي الدرافت كيرجع to his routine العادي. What else I wanted to explain? Anyway, this is how you hunt them. هذا غيمشي automatically غيمشي يقتلهم وغادي يجيبهم. هنا you add a bill on the butcher كدير تا هو butcher creature do forever and on the cook place or campfire كدير bill simple meal do forever. وديما هما كيمشيو يستوريو هنا. As long as كتحيد الفود من هنا باش ما to not confuse them. الفود كيحطوه غير في البلاصة اللي frozen. حتى دابا تشوف التمبريتشر طلعات. Wait, let's see. 17 دابا ملي نكليك on the food spoils in 3.3 days. دابا I broke the generator. It doesn't have power. If I put a generator over here. If I fill it with let's debug set to max fuel. دابا it's gonna go back up. وغتبان لك التمبريتشر غادي كتحط العين. It's indoors. لا I have to set it up. Oh no, it's already set up. هاي غتبان لك هادو كتشاي ورجعت ناقص 3. دابا عاوتاني كليكات يجيب لك one spot. So you need a generator and this. Another thing is types of power. Types of powers كاين عندك most likely اللي غتبدا بهم هو wood generator, but wood generator you need you don't have infinite sources of wood, so they're not very efficient. What's very efficient? What's solar panels? Solar panels are very useful since they are كيخدموا بالصباح and they have their own battery which كيجنريو شويه power حتى في الليل. But the best one in my opinion هو هاد geothermals. Geothermals inconvenience دايرهم ما تقدرش تحطهم في اي بلاصه. تحطهم غير في هادو اللي فيهم كيديروا البخار كتحطهم في الفندق. They generate so much power. They generate 3600 watt compared to this one 450 and the solar which is only 1200. They can generate up to 1700 but another one's batteries هادو you can use them in case مثلا solar panels ديالك ما كانش الشمس. and sometimes كيجي واحد الايس ايج بحال الايس ايج for a while and the sky gets covered وما كيبقاش يعطوك هادو power, so you need a little bit of batteries inside just for emergencies. ما ديرش بزاف because تا هما عندهم an inconvenience انهم كيتفرقعوا they have a chance باش يتفرقعوا. هادو هما اللي this is how you know they're filled, this is how you know they're empty. You have to connect them to the other sources of power with the wires like this. And this is like دابا كيتشارجاو اللي فاي ندوز الوقت تيبان غادي كيتشارجاو بشويه. كيبان غادي كيتزاد فيه. What else is there? I think that covers it. هادو هما البيزكس اللي خصك تعرف في البداية. The other stuff you can like you can figure it with time. Yeah, this is all advanced stuff. Yeah, it's fine. This is all you need to know في البداية. Furniture مزيانة خصك هاد ال impressiveness ديالهم تطلعها شوية. At least in the places where you need to eat. ما تخليش places يكونوا dirty. So always assign some guy to clean in. القديمة ينظم. Make some chairs. Even in workspaces. مثلا حطيتي chair قدامات هذا it increases the work speed. Light increases the work speed. Especially in like look at the research table. لا حطيتي research table ديالك is in how is it? Simple research table. إذا درتها ودرتها في الظلام it won't يكون عندها work penalty. So ديما دير like source of light إما بولا ولا شي torch at the beginning. وأنا like what the hold on. I don't know what the cooler is بس ملي كدير لك the research ملي كتحل research كتشوف what you need. Let's I don't know what the coolers. Yeah, this you need wait battery. Where's the cooler? Complex clothing, complex furniture, smithing, electricity, air. Yeah, air conditioning. هذه هي اللي خصك ديرها. خصك دير electricity and then air conditioning. Air conditioning هي اللي غدير تانلوكي لك هاد الكولر. You need to research that ASAP. ملي كدير شي حاجة جديدة كتكليكي عليها وكدير research. أنايا عادي because of God mode. بس ملي كدير research one of your researchers اللي كديرو لي نتايا شوف شي واحد اللي عنده intellectual بزاف عنده طالع. For example okay, these guys have like this one is for only 4. Don't assign someone with 4. شوف شي واحد اللي عنده stats طالعين and assign it to not all stats just intellectual. assign him قديما خليه هو اللي كيدير research. Whoever is good at shooting ديرو on hunting and on guns. دي melee حطيه melee weapon. المهم كل واحد يلعب على strengths ديالو. This has very high crafting ديرو on crafting etc. This is like basically it. Let's see. Is there anything else? I don't think so. Oh yeah. One thing I wanted to tell you. To recruit هذوك اللي كيطيحوا دابا ملي كتكسر شي واحد sometimes كيبان لك عليه هاد X. It means it's dead. مكتوبة هنا dead. Sometimes كيكونوا like بحال it has exclamation points. That means he's dying. What you need to do right click عليه كدير save him ولا rescue him ولا capture him. إذا كان an enemy وطيحتيه كدير capture him. ولكن in order to capture you need to have a whole room with a bed والبيد غادي تكتيكي عليها هاد 4 prisoners. إذا درتها not for prisoner كتكون عادية but for prisoners كتولي ديال prisoner. And when you click capture غادي دير automatically ويحطوه هنايا. And you need to right click him again with your doctor. Of course you have to tend to his wounds because obviously انت غتكون ديجا ضربتيه ويكون like he's dying for something from something. So rescue him and then afterwards كيبان لك ملي كتكليكي عليه as a prisoner كتكليكي هنا as a prisoner كيبان لك شحال عنده the resistance. هاد resistance فلو كتكون no interaction as a prisoner. انت خصك تردد to reduce resistance. كيولي the guy with the most social غديرو the work غدير ليه wardening. Wardening هي taking care of prisoners هضر معاهم and stuff. هذاك اللي عنده السوشيال طالع عطيه هو اللي يهضر مع البريزونرز because ملي كيكون كيهضر معاهم كيهبط لهم ريزيستنس ديالهم بزاف and or the most المهم some people هذوك يكونوا very enemy faction اللي كتكون enemy معاهم بزاف كيجيوك with very high resistance عنده 64 هنايا for example كتبقى تهضر معاه حتى like for days عاد كي تهبط لي زيرو once it reaches zero هاد reduce resistance ردها recruit وملي كتردها recruit كيجي يهضر معاه he joins you basically sometimes they can break out of the prison in which case you have to beat them and put them back and stuff like that you just gotta figure this out bit by bit I'm not gonna spoil everything but these are like هذوك اللي وريتكم من necessities cooler line of defense or this line of defense if you want to build if you have like the luxury to build this line of defense do it like this ندير انا هكا المهم كندير بحال لابريت خصهم يدوزو from a long snail like passageway عاد يوصلوا للبيز ديالي for example كتكون عندي البيز انا هكا with rooms and stuff this is like the last line of defense with rooms هنايا كدير لهم traps كتعمروا بتراب كدير security should have wooden spike traps they're very cheap to make كدير traps just make sure دير شي backup exit to your colonists فهمتيني وتخلي الريدرز يبقاو يدوزو من هادو or animals ولا not always all the time كيجيو raiders كيدوزو من هنا and they get demolished especially in the early game this is so useful later on خاصك you need better gear and better lines of defense another إلا ما كنتيش باغي دير sandbags you can do other stuff like for example في this passageway تقدر دير غير a wall like this and another wall like this وتحط your pawns تجي الدراف تحطهم هنا اللي كيوقف هنايا for example he has a very low chance to get hit because he's behind the wall he works with doors with sandbags and with walls like this one he will like he peeks and he fires down إلا بغيتي دير this line of defense خلي هاد الانترست تكون طويلة so they can take time باش يوصلوا لك the reason why I قلت لك خاصك دير backup exit for your colonists because sometimes ملي كيبغيو يخرجوا from the spike hallway يقدر هما يتريجريو a trap by mistake and the traps do a lot of damage and they sometimes leave permanent damage because health you تشوف like sometimes a kidney تفرقعات ليه or like a leg he lost a leg to a trap and like it's very taxing it's a lot you need a doctor did a bill add big leg or add something فهمتيني another thing you can do is harvest their organs هذوك prisoners تقدر تقتلهم وتاخذ لهم their organs and sell them you have to store organs in the freezer which means you can be like an organ you know seller but it also gives a mood debuff especially لما كانت عندهم anti social كانت عندهم هنا anti social ولا psychopath it means that they don't care you can like sell slavery and they wouldn't give a shit another thing for that dead live coma yeah shit faggot don't yeah actually they sell for a lot organs كيجيو هذوك organ buyers you can sell them much for a lot of money and you can even use them on your own مثلا شي واحد اللي تفرق عليه his kidney and he has a few hours to live you can use the kidney that you harvested تحط ديرها ليه like you can install it ولكن خصك a skilled doctor for that like شي واحد عنده شي 15 or more in doctorism it's here medical let's see one other thing for that pawn اللي قلتي طاح في كوما what you can do to him is let him either die which gonna give a mood debuff to his friends إذا كان عنده like social with friends with someone especially if he's very good friends for example أنا هاد جوج عنده very good friendship it would have a mood debuff on the others for a few days, well, days to a month, I think. If he's married to another pawn, it's even more, it's even worse, because the bad mood بيبقى. So unless he's worth it, لأنه شي stats اللي واعرين that you cannot afford to lose, like some 15 or more شي stats, I would say just let him die. Otherwise, what you can do, like let him die, وهنايا you can come to your freezer storage غادي دير فيها corpses وغادي دير human like corpses. ديرها take out. It's gonna store hated stranger. خلي غير your colonist corpses. Store them later on in the game, not now. You can have واحد serum and some traders اللي كيجيو عندك. You can trade with them. It's kinda expensive. I think around 1500 silver. It's called a resurrect serum something. It does resurrect the pawn, but it has some side effects. مثلا تقدر resurrect you كتعطيه amnesia or like sometimes Alzheimer or something, or sometimes carcinoma. Some side effects. You can, for the most part, deal with those side effects, but well, just know that they're gonna be a side effect. You can do like, if you want, if you think it's worth the investment, خليني for later on the serum, which is already a rare item. I don't think it's worth it in the early game. Just let him die. That's the point. If you want to cut the trees, I think you already know that their work orders, chop wood, chop all the wood that's needed. If you want to grow plants, you do zone كدير growing هنايا, and in the growing I would suggest في البداية, if you're low on food, yeah, you can grow food, but I would suggest you do this heal roots, this one. Why heal roots? Because heal roots you can make medicine out of it, and depending on the map you don't find it. بحال in the temperate forest, هاد الفورست اللي كيكونوا بحال jungle فيهم بزاف الwood ما كتلقاهمش in the wild. Some maps كتلقى فيهم in the wild the heal root. Then I have to grow it. These you can build medicine with them, and you need level 8 in plants to do it. ضروري شي واحد. If you don't have it, just grow anything else. Have one guy from preference باش الXP ما تبقاش مفرق على بزاف. One guy do the planting and harvesting تيطلع عليه السكيل ديالو to like 8, and then you can harvest it. Another thing is that not all soils have the same fertility rate. For example, ملي كتكليكي هنا كتبان لك on the down left side هنا fertility 100%. إلا جيتي تشوف like in some other places هنا fertility 70%. Some fertile lands like for هنا اللي كيبان لك darker تكون 140%. That means that whatever you grow here is gonna grow 140% faster. Later on, you can do your own plants inside. Like I think I'm spoiling too much here. Yeah, just like figure it out on your own. This is not. I don't think it's worth explaining. You don't need it in the beginning anyway. So just yeah, like power, cooling. Solar panels are very important. Wind power is very important early on. Wind turbine, you just have to make sure it's clear. ما تكونش بحال مثلا هناك تبان لك blocked by a palm tree, حيدة trees اللي يكونوا حابسين. Whatever in these squares ما خصها تكون حتى شي حاجة باش الدور مزيان. Wiring تكون always do the power cords, linking all the power in your house together. That's it. I think that's it. The lines of defense, traps, and that covers it. The animals, how you can tame them, how you can do them, like hunt them for food. The berries also, click on them. Like zoom out باش يتسلكسيوناو كلهم. All of the map ودير لهم harvest كلهم هتلقى فيهم like queued for harvest if you're low on food. I don't recommend the berries. They're not very cost effective. Not time effective either. ولكن they do كيزيدوا the plant skill. So if you want to do the heal roots later. If you're on a good map اللي فيها like temperate forest, not tropical forest بحال هادي, you can find هادوك الهيل roots just growing in the wild. You can just harvest those. That covers it. I think that's about it. You can sell slavery if you want. You can don't leave the dead bodies outside because your pawns many kidu a dead body. Even the enemy they don't like it. You get a move debuff. But always keep an eye on this. And a good way to tell how the mood is تشوف هنايا in the box ديالهم كتشوف مثلا هذا عامر ليه بزاف that means that هذا راه هو 77%. This guy has like less. It has 47. كتبان لك هنايا عامرة او غير النص. Yeah, that's it. That's about it. This is how you recruit. You need a room first, closed with doors, an egg bed. You put the prisoner كتولي room highlighted in orange, and you need to have someone assigned to wardening. That's it. Wardening يكون أحسن يكون he has good social. Like he has been a relevant skill is social. That's it. I'm just gonna quit now because I fucked this save. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop the stream.